Hello everyone, welcome back. It is me, Simi Iman, sharing my cleanse journey with you. We're doing a 30-day cleanse and we have officially surpassed week 1. Yes! So I just kind of want to give you an update over what happened over the weekend. So I made the decision to do a 24-hour, actually a 48-hour water fast for the weekend, and I did not make it the full 48 hours. But when I did actually go back and start eating grapes again, it was around 3:30 on Sunday. I had to go to the bathroom so many times, and they talk about like the mucusy bowel movements that you have during this, and I've been waiting for those, but I got that on Sunday and it was such a relief. Like, I felt so great afterwards, so that was great. I do tend to wake up in the morning sometimes feeling like I need to throw up, and I always feel the mucus sitting in my throat, but it never actually fully comes, so I'm still waiting for that moment for when that comes. But getting past week 1, I feel great. I mean, I don't really have any issues. I keep shedding weight, which is great. I did check myself this morning as far as if I could feel the fibroids or if I had any abdomen pain that I usually have associated with them being there. And I didn't. I still can't sleep on my stomach though, because I can still feel them if I sleep on my stomach, probably because of all the pressure of my body against the bed. But as far as anything else, I don't feel pain. I actually am very energized, and yesterday I actually forgot to take my supplements and I still had a ton of energy, and I was like, I don't know where it's coming from, but it's great. I love it. It's great. And so I feel like in the next week we'll definitely be under 200 pounds, which will be amazing, but we'll check that in. And I got the measurements for my body parts, so we'll check that again on Friday in the check-in. And yeah, we're pretty much almost, well, I guess we wouldn't be almost because Monday would technically started week 2, but I just feel like everything's moving so quickly, so it's gonna be great. What I did want to talk about today though was my journey to finding out about my fibroids. And usually when I have my cycle is pretty normal. Like, I could set a timer to it. I could tell you exactly when it was gonna start. I could tell you exactly when it was gonna end. And somewhere over the last few years, I was no longer able to do that. My cycle was lasting longer. I was spotting longer than normal. I was having a lot of abdomen pain, and none of the doctors, and the many times I was admitted into the emergency room, could tell me where the pain was coming from. They're like, we can't find anything. And I'm like, well, I'm not just having pain for no reason. But then my blood pressure was so high, they stopped focusing on my stomach pain and cared only about my blood pressure, which, I mean, I get, but let's be real, my stomach pain is causing the spike in my blood pressure. So let's focus on the stomach pain so that we can bring the blood pressure down. And it wasn't until I found my wonderful OBGYN here in Vegas that I finally got answers to where the abdominal pain was coming from. And he was like, I think you have fibroids, so let's go get it checked out. And so I went to go get all the scans, and let me tell you, the scans, especially the vaginal scans, are the worst. I hate them so much, but I mean, it was necessary. And we found out I had 3. I had, at the time that we did those scans, which would have been probably almost 2 years ago, the biggest one is the size of your fist, which is also the size of your uterus. And then I had 2 smaller ones that were both half the size of my uterus. So essentially, I just joke around like I have 3 uteruses going on in there, you know. Got to make light of it somehow, right? But so then it became a journey of how do we get rid of them. And he wanted to put me on like a depot shot, but I was supposed to do it for 6 months, but of course the insurance company only approved for 3 months, which doesn't make sense, because how can you fully get an accurate representation on if it's worked or not if I can't even get the full treatment? And so so that of course did not work. They didn't shrink at all because I only got half of the treatment, honestly. And then so then he was talking about surgery, and I was like, I don't want surgery. Just the idea of anybody cutting into me is not okay with me. And then I always worry that things will get, they'll look in there and see that it's worse than what it is. And then they're like, oh, well, we need to take out your uterus because, you know, it's all kinds of fibroidy up in there. And I just, the idea of that just terrifies me. So I was like, I need to find a way to get rid of it naturally. And I started working out, I think back in April of last year. I started working out. And so I lost a little bit of weight there, but I was still having the symptoms. I was still having the pains. And so I decided that I needed to do a full body cleansing, flushing, and resetting. And, you know, as they say, when the student is ready, the teacher shall appear. And so I started finding things, Dr. Sebi and a lot of his work, and talking about the alkalinity. And then I started finding alkaline recipes. And so I started incorporating that into my diet. I wasn't prepared truly to go completely vegan, but I figured I could replace some things. And then as I kept eating it, I started to feel better. And so I was just kind of like, oh, okay, well, I can do this. And it's forcing me to have to cook, which I didn't like to at first, but now I love it. And I can't wait to make my first meal at the end of this cleanse, because it's gonna be amazing. And I already know what it is, and I spend majority of my day looking at alkaline recipes to eat when I get through with this cleansing. It's halfway torture, but it's halfway motivating too. It's like, man, that's gonna be my reward at the end of these 30 days. So I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling better. And we'll see what happens in the check-in in a couple of days. And I think you will be impressed as well as me. I feel like this is gonna be a very surprising and impressive journey on my part, and I can't wait to see what happens. So I will see you guys soon. Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. We love you, we appreciate you. If you like what you saw today, then make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. Love ya.